Right. Because we're in a canyon level, let's go with a thematically appropriate joke. A man, after a recent bad breakup, goes to the Grand Canyon to shout into the void, and perhaps just hear some encouraging words back, words he can shout. He leans over the edge and screams, I love you. And the response comes, I just want to be friends. Hey guys, welcome back to the Let's Nostalgia for Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. Why is there a shield all the way at the bottom of this crater? Then again, I suppose the way this level is laid out is entirely possible to leap all the way from the top down to the bottom, but evidently only once. Now, I remember this level being kind of long-winded and kind of a pain in the arse, because this is where they start doing this. Putting bloody charges down around the place for you to run into, and like on ledges and blind corners and stuff, just to try and trick you. Keep in mind, this is something they've not done since, what was it, Into the Dark Palace? Like the better part of 8 levels ago? Since they've last... oh god. Well, it's fine. We didn't die, so it's all good. And even if we did, Carl's always said that he wanted to change things for the better, to make an impact on the world. All he needed was a little push in the right direction. See, I remember this level being a lot more difficult. It'll probably turn out to be ridiculously easy, I'm just misremembering. I remember it being a lot more difficult than a lot of the other levels that came before. In fact, I remember, with the exception of this and one other level, and once you get into the temple itself later on, I remember this being like the most difficult. With the exception of that. Say, the title of the most difficult full stop definitely goes to the Into the Temple or Descent into the Valley. Is it Descent into the Valley or Descent into the Temple? I forget the point being. Level where you've got to navigate a bloody maze temple in the dark. Surrounded by crate dragons as well, if I recall. Yeah, I got distracted there watching all the pretty explosions. So sue me. Come on out. I still love that fact. I didn't realise for all these years that these guys are actually programmed to investigate like noises caused by your blaster fire or explosions and such. How I went so much of my life not knowing this, 'cause it's hilarious. Like you can fire shots at the far wall of a room and then watch as the enemies walk towards them to investigate. And it's... ow. It's a lot of fun. So much fun that I never knew I could be having, you know? Yeah, well. Anyhow, we come back to this. I'm currently recording this on the bank holiday itself. Bank holiday in the UK, that is. I'm doing this because I badly miscalculated a few things. Namely, I decided I was going to go out inspired by the lovely Miss Aberfy and have a go at doing a bit of thrifting. Because she goes and does it quite often. She comes back with like literal crates full of crap. When I say stuff, okay, let's clarify that. Like she'll find like storehouses of potentially quite rare video games, different puzzles, clothes, all sorts of odds and ends. And she'll come out, she'll do like, you know, $10. Now whenever I try this, I go out and I either find absolutely nothing I'd even vaguely want, or I find like 2 items and they're the only 2 items in the entire store that are still full retail price for some reason. That's just the way my luck tends to work. But I thought I was going to give it a go, so I went out there, hopped on the bus, thought, you know, this is really quite a foggy, cold sort of morning to begin with. But yeah, this is a little odd. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. I expected to be a lot more busy on a bank holiday, you know, people who got the day off work and such. And yeah, I went all the way into the area of town where the shops are located. And I evidently forgot that I'm living in Britain, where we work such long hours compared to like the majority of the rest of the Western world.
This has got to be bad for my health.
For the worst pay as well, actually. Or one of, comparatively speaking. And yeah, there was absolutely nothing open. I mean, literally all the shops were boarded and shut. Because everyone had obviously gone like, it's a bank holiday, I'm having the day off. What I should have done was probably decide to do this like Saturday or Sunday, something like that, instead of on the bank holiday Monday itself. I mean, it used to be the case in a bank holiday, you would literally find nowhere open except for like tourist places. I say things like water parks, theme parks, that sort of thing. Family day out events that could make a killing from the fact you got all these people around that didn't have to be at work and needed to keep the kiddies entertained. Now it's changed slightly in more recent years, so go away. So that a few more like bigger chain stores, like supermarkets and stuff, now open on bank holidays as well. So you can go and do your shopping. Again, they can take advantage of the fact that all these people off work who probably want to do like barbecues or little family events and gatherings and such, and they need food and drink and all the rest of it. But a lot of smaller places, it's very hit and miss as to whether they're actually open. Like you can quite literally walk up and down the street, and there seems to be no rhyme or reason to why certain places are open, certain places aren't. It's obviously down to the individual business owner. See, I'm massively, would it be under or overestimated? Well, I overestimated the number of places that would be open, and I underestimated the amount of people who would be interested in being open. That'd be overestimated as well, wouldn't it, come to think of it? Words, how do they work? So yeah, point being, I wasted like half an hour, 40 minutes of my day going to have a look at shops that weren't open. So yeah. On the plus side though, I still get the day off, and my lovely lady does not. So I get to have an extra day of relaxation while she has to go to work. Ha 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 ha. Like I say this safely because again, as I've mentioned repeatedly, it's like once in a blue moon she actually bothers to watch any of my videos these days. You know, I used to get annoyed about that, but then I realised it means I can talk smack and not get caught. Haha. Still amuses me to this day, her reasoning for not watching me. She points out that she now gets to speak to me every day, whether she wants to or not. And, yeah. She's already successfully impressed me. We're in a 4-year plus relationship. She doesn't need to comment on videos I post every single day to get my attention anymore. No. That can much more easily be achieved with a simple text message showcasing her latest set of jogging bottoms. There we are. Let's take care of these. This is one of the things I remember being really irritating in this level. For some reason, these particular turrets, for reasons I have genuinely no understanding of, are incredibly accurate compared to all the other turrets in the game. Like the first shot is like guaranteed to go wide, but the second shot will almost always hit you. Like even when you're actively trying to avoid it, it will somehow still strike you. Unless you get like a physical object between you and the shot. I should do that. There's one up there as well, in case you're wondering why I keep firing at that one alcove. And, yeah, the amount of times where'd that come from? The amount of times I died in this level as a kid, purely because of that, was, yeah. Frustrating would be an understatement for what I was feeling during those. The hell is that noise? Oh, hi! Yeah, swimming in armour is difficult, isn't it? It's fine, I made some holes. Less armour, easier to float. Yeah, the amount of times I died trying to run up this, even at 4 speed, to get past all the shots. I was getting incredibly frustrated, like, why is that not... Game? Game, please! There we go. Smashing with rocks. Oh, okay. That's an option, I guess. Force Throw is actually one of my favourite abilities in this game. I'm quite disappointed it didn't really make a comeback in Outcast and Jedi Academy. They did Force Push instead, which lets you sort of fling any people and or objects in front of you in like a little semicircle, more or less directly forward from where you are. It definitely had its uses, but Force Throw is much more what I was looking for in a dark side ability. It's basically the gaming equivalent of what happened there? The gaming equivalent of what Vader does in Empire Strikes Back. You basically just any loose objects in the room, you hurl at your enemy. And I thought that was really cool. In fact, I still do. I think it's a really cool idea. Can I make this jump without using force abilities? Probably could, but I'm not going to stand here all day and try. Let's just take the head damage. God. There's a fair chance that none of this is actually happening, and Kyle's just lying in an Imperial base somewhere. Definitely concussed after the first time I did that. Rockets should do it, because I'm about to go out to the ATST. I remember watching a playthrough of this many years ago from another British Let's Player. Necro. I don't even know Necro's still doing stuff anymore. I really should check that out. And I remember getting unnecessarily irritated by him referring to the ATSTs as ATSTs. I understood the logic, you know. AT-AT, ATST, AT-AT, ATST, whatever. I get why he was doing it. It never really occurred to me until much later that I don't follow the same naming rules or conventions for the different vehicles. I'm quite happy to call an AT-AT an AT-AT. But I get fanboyishly... Oh my god! Okay, water lizard. Lost a whole bunch of health and shield there, because I forgot that thing even existed. Because I usually make that jump onto the pipe first time in my defense. It's very rarely that I miss it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, I'm going to go straight ahead, because this is the easier route to take, if I remember correctly. This will get me more swiftly. There we go.
I better
Jump.
Be careful with blaster fire.
Indeed you should. This is the easier route to take anyhow. You all gotta do is kill basically 3 stormtroopers, quickly top up, make sure I've got the right... I want to take care of that so that's not shooting at me the entire time. Did I do it? No, I did not. Boom boom. There we go. Okay. That's the only one I have to really worry about. The other one I can take care of from around the corner here, so that's fine. Damn, it still managed to get a shot up at me. Oh well. That opens the door. Now we run. Run like crazy, because the stormtroopers in this area infinitely respawn. Because this level, one of the main reasons I don't particularly like the actual Valley of the Jedi. What are you doing? The actual Valley of the Jedi section. Because it introduces infinite stormtrooper closets. Literally bunkers where they just constantly spawn from. Now, I think there's only one level where that's particularly annoying. Because, it stops you from... Oh, what are the words I'm looking for here? It stops you from properly exploring the area. You're constantly getting shot at. I think I've got all the ammo and stuff I can pick up. So... Because I know the game likes to crash loading Moore's level for some reason. It used to do that back on the old version as well. I've generally no idea why. It is about this one particular transition that it freaks out about. So... I've dropped a quick save just in case. 7 secrets, single star reward. Yeah, that was worth it. Oh, I can get force grab though. Yes, please. Force grab's not even particularly useful for the most part. Force throw is much more useful. I think so anyway. Especially, yeah, we're going to be doing the unfight, so yeah, even more useful. I can lure him into the crashed remains. You'll see what I mean about crashed ship remains. I can just bombard him with bits of debris until he dies. In fact, you can... Hugs! Surprise hugs! The worst dark side power.
Finally, I get to wipe your putrid taste from the Force.
You look like a diseased meatball, mate. Perhaps not be dropping the judgment,
To
eh?
the one called Maul. A bitter individual that loathes all and holds loyalty to few.
Sounds like a politician.
A strong and formidable foe. For every cord of muscle there is hatred. It is this hate that keeps his aging body strong.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, we're going to attempt force throw strats. Good. I threw my ammunition off the bloody level. That's a good start. Good job, me. Game please. At least I'm standing facing him. How did that count as a strike, game? Is the one thing about lightsaber dueling in this game that I don't like is the game is very hit and miss about when it decides if you actually get to block something. Like, you can be looking directly at your enemy, not attacking, not doing anything, and the game will just let the strike go through. Like Carl won't even attempt to block. Then other times, they'll be behind you. You'll see the lightsaber move as if you're blocking. And you'll, obviously, you know, not take damage. I don't quite get what the rules are sometimes. Yeah, sucks, doesn't it, buddy? Box to the face! Kyle is the ultimate beatboxer. As in, he beats your ass with a box. Yeah, I love this. I really do. I also like the fact that it's fully utilised in the levels. Like, there's crap. As soon as you can get the ability, you'll start finding random crap just left lying around. It's not like you can only use it in 1 or 2 situations. Even in like regular levels, like you saw me demonstrate earlier, you will find examples of boxes and rocks and stuff littered around, so that if you have taken that ability, you can use it to your advantage. And I really appreciate the game designers did that. So let's continue as we mean to go on. Use the Dark Surge power, which makes, I don't know if it actually increases the strength of our dark side abilities, but it does mean you basically got infinite force usage for the next something like 30-40 seconds. I'm the box man. Oh, sucks to be you more.
Weaponless. Kill me! You can't, can you? You're weak like your father. I remember it. Jarek. He gave him a sweet, slow death. A death worthy of a coward!
Yes, this monologue makes sense if you have a plan to utilise Carl's emotional instability to get out of this.
Taking his head and
Not so much when you're completely defenceless and at lightsaber point. Unless you actually want Carl to replace you with a Dark Acolyte.
Excellent, Qatar.
Which makes no sense for a dark side user.
You've started your journey to the dark side. But that is not enough.
Started? Bitch, please.
Looks like I can't bail you out of trouble this time.
Strike her down and realize your true destiny as a dark Jedi, your true power.
Let it flow, let it flow. I am one with the dark side. Let it flow, let it flow. No longer am I Jedi.
Value myself.
Ah, poor Jen.
A pity.
We'll miss her. She had a good head on her shoulders. He had a laser pen, that's not fair. That shit's dangerous, you could blind someone, Jerk. Yeah. Admittedly, that's like probably the one fault of the dark side path. So anyone immersed in the dark side would probably just have attempted to take them all on at once, rather than running away. It's a too sensible an option for someone
For you,
who's
the
just
choice
embraced
is
the dark.
side. Forever will it dominate your destiny.
Yeah, certainly will. Was it Ron? Ron? I'm suddenly realizing I genuinely can't remember the guy's name. Oh well, we're basically not going to hear from him for the rest of the game. If you choose Dark Side, he no longer gives you little helpful tips about the opposite, because, you know, he's not going to help a Dark Sider. Because he's racist like that. It doesn't matter though. It just means I have less editing to do to try and make sure that I successfully capture little intro monologues and such. Makes my life a bit easier. If anyone was looking for a light side version of this playthrough, I can recommend Necro's channel. Now, Necro, bless him, is a little bit more anal about these sort of games than I am. Like, I'm quite happy to allow myself to miss secrets if I generally can't remember where they are. Whereas he spends a lot of time sort of waffling and going back and forth. But I don't know. I'll say, if you're generally curious as to what the dark side, the light side rather route is like, then by all means go check out the channel. He's a good chap at heart.
2 minutes, 30 seconds to impact.
He's also a family-friendly YouTuber, which I mean that unlike people like myself, he quite genuinely does avoid all forms of swearing, adult content of any sort, which seems baffling when you played a game like this, where there's decapitation and such. But his general mantra is he tries to set up his channel to be something that he could sit down and interact with and watch with his own kid. In fact, I think he's had her on a couple of times.
2 minutes, 30 seconds.
So, that may or may not appeal. Depends on what you're looking for in a YouTuber. So he's very family-friendly content in terms of both expression and humour as well. For the most part, at least. And we out. And we got a single star. Yeah. That little secret route we took is worth an extra star. Time to escape. Interestingly enough, there's not actually a cinematic that describes or shows how the fight we're going to do next actually occurs. Because I don't think there... No, there isn't actually. It doesn't show you how the Dark Jedi track you and get to you.
You are quite a sticky enemy.
No, I'm... What even is that insult? How am I sticky? What are you, 5? Anyhow, come into the ship, Yun. I got something to show you. No, Yun, that's a wall. Yun, mate, this way. Come on. So I know there's a little cutscene. If you go light side, Yaris attempts to kill you as you're climbing out of your crashed ship. And Yun sacrifices himself, you take his lightsaber, etc, etc. But I don't think even that cutscene actually God damn it. Actually shows you how they find you. It's just sort of a case of you crash / land and there they are. Yeah, easy fight is easy. Literally don't even need the lightsaber. Not when you're dark side anyway. Yeah, I could probably get rid of this quicker by using Force Sight, but it fades after a few seconds, so why bother? There you go. Token slice. Okay. So yeah, we're going to stop here for now, because I got some other stuff I need to do today. And then we'll catch up with the rest of the levels later.